Hey, everybody. I am coming to you live from Abingdon, Virginia. I've had a great time, and I hope it wasn't too inconvenient for you to shift the time today to 2 p.m. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I don't have my fancy schmancy earpieces in because I haven't figured out how to pair them with my computer yet. There won't be much traffic, maybe a car here and there. And I want to say hello to my regulars of Rebecca at Food Forest Next Door. If you guys have not yet checked out her channel and her Instagram page, please do. You can put down how you spell the Food Forest Next Door. You spell it a little differently on Instagram, Rebecca. I've had 2 great offers of help, and I am accepting more. And all you have to do is leave me a comment underneath, and I will tell you how to get in touch with me, and we can make arrangements. My plan, oh, by the way, that's Rebecca and Trudy, who lives in Pikeville, and she's so awesome. And she said she will come and help me clean or whatever. So I was just contemplating and looking up cleaning services because I don't know what to expect tomorrow. But Tuesday, I take possession of my property, and I took the advantage of accumulating a few things. As you know, I got rid of an awful lot of stuff when I left my house, and also when I got rid of my grand piano. Didn't get rid of it, donated it, and so I have 1 bed, and there's 3 bedrooms to put beds in. So I have a lot of stuff I got to buy, and my sister-in-law and brother are friends with some people at their church who they're moving. They're selling their house and moving, and they had some stuff they wanted to unload. And I thought, I have this little sunroom where I'm going to keep my plants for maybe for a long time, but at least for the time being, because I don't have a greenhouse, and it is supposed to snow. I think the snow is going to be here tonight and in Tennessee tomorrow night. So I'm driving a Prius, and I have a low air tire, so we got to do that this afternoon. I've got to get off of here, and I've got to pack my car. And as you know, we don't have a lot of sunlight, so I got about 2.5 hours of sunlight left. So I gotta get cracking. I want to say hello to Tony at Simplify Gardening. Tony is now, you see that check mark beside Tony's YouTube name, Simplify Gardening. That check mark means you've got over 100,000 subscribers. And of course, that's what we all aspire to have, because they start treating you like a first-class citizen at YouTube when you get over 100,000. And hopefully I'll be able to do that when I get a garden again. Let's see. Wow, I just want to thank Joshua Knight. Joshua, I think this is the first time I remember you leaving a comment, and he credits me with giving him confidence with his plants. He's thanking me, and I really appreciate that. Such a lovely comment. I really thank you for that. And there is Tony in northern the UK. At the Little Farmer's Farm. Do check out Tony's channel also. This Tony, both Tonys, both my UK friends are Tony. And Connie is here, and Nancy Sue is here. Dee is here. Who else? Okay, so I have this little sunroom. I'm calling it that. It has a brick floor. This was not changed from the people who own the house now, are selling the house, bought it and moved in a year ago, and have, what they call flipped the house. did a bunch of changes, put it back on the market. But they didn't change that brick floor, and I'm glad, because that brick floor is awesome. And of course, what color is it? What color is it? It's some shade of beautiful late bloomer red brick. And so she's selling this little love seat and 2 chairs. You can see it, the other one back here. There's 2 single chairs and a love seat. I'm not sure about the fabric yet. It's kind of California palm leaves and stuff, which I like, but I have some other things that it may not match to go with, because I bought a couple of tables, a couple little side tables, and some pots. I got a couple of ceramic pots with trays, and 2 side tables, and 1 kind of coffee table. So that whole room, all I have to add is a welcome mat and a lamp, and my plants, and I'm done. So Amal is here from Saudi, 10 p.m. Thank you so much. Oh, Kevin, I haven't heard from you in a while. Kevin, yes. Kevin is talking about the flea markets. Oh, absolutely. My friend, as you know, if you saw my Memphis live stream, I just gave you a little tiny peek at that house, but she decorated that entire house from Facebook Marketplace, flea markets, and Goodwill, except for 2 pieces of furniture. And that whole thing is full. And so I got onto Facebook Marketplace. Well, first of all, I bought this wicker set, and this is sort of the color of the walls, so I think it'll be pretty good. And she threw in a big box. You see that box right there? She threw it's this big, and she threw in this box of, the fake. It's fake, but it's the Christmas garland. And so I'm going to put it on my railing, because I do have a front porch. And that's one of the things that I just always said, it was a deal breaker. So many houses I looked at had just a tiny little entranceway, no front porch. And I just really wanted that. And since the view is really spectacular from the front of the house, and that's where the western exposure is, I definitely want to be sitting out there and having my tea. And I brought the 2 little metal chairs and the metal table from Late Bloomer Gardens, so they'll have to go somewhere. But at any rate, I got one room kind of figured out, and then I got 2. They're actually, I think, from Cracker Barrel. They sell rocking chairs, and they were weathered but very sturdy, very, very strong. And I bought 2 of those. And my brother and my sister-in-law, I mean, they can just do anything. And Suzanne is so good with decorating. And she finds these real finds on Facebook Marketplace, and she sands them and puts some interesting finish on them, or color or paint or something. So she has said that she's going to do that for my rocking chairs. And let's see. And there's a man who passed away just a few blocks from here, and they're having a big estate sale. And I found a really cool, sturdy, it's a coffee table for a long coffee, but it's narrow. So I'm going to use it on the side. I'm going to put some of my art books and a piece of sculpture, maybe a painting behind it, and just use it as a piece like that. But it needs finishing, not completely refinishing, but she has offered. Don't worry, I'm not going to make her do all this for free. She has offered to lightly sand it and use tung oil on it. So that's walnut, I think. And so that'll be a dark brown. Anyway, those are some of the things that I'm doing. And I just, starting tomorrow, it's just going to be nonstop. I'm going to drive near Cookville, which is where I'm living. And I'm going to meet my realtor, do the final walkthrough, and then I've got to go to her office. I've got to wire the money to fund the house, and then I have to get utilities. I do have fiber optic there, so hopefully I'm going to have a great signal and be able to do live streams. Wouldn't it be awesome if I could just do live streams all over my garden? Oh, because I have a very large, by the way, I have a very, very large front yard. And right now, except for 4 or 5 large raised beds, and there's a little bit of stuff planted. They planted, I think there's 4 little fruit trees that are planted. I need to find out what they are. And some kind of vines, could be a grapevine, I'm not sure. So those things are already there, and I need help from you guys trying to figure out what to plant, what to start with. Daryl, you'll know. What can I be planting now? It's too late for sweet potatoes. What on earth could I plant? I mean, besides garlic, I suppose it's not too late, but you can't live on garlic. So what can I plant? I want to be able to plant something. All right, let's check in with our people who are watching. Sounds exciting, Joshua says. Joshua, where are you writing from? And Ramblin' Rose. Rose is here from Fort Worth. Just blew through Fort Worth on that grueling drive. I got to say, though, I was coming into Fort Worth at sunset, and I thought, if it wasn't so dangerous, I would have tried to take a picture, which I've done plenty of times, but I was on, I think, a 5 or 6 lane freeway and with just constant traffic. I don't know, maybe that wasn't that many. Seemed like it. Coming into Fort Worth at sunset, and there's this, and the sky was like a very pale shade of this, kind of like this, but pinker. And the whole sky was like that. And then there was this building that was teal, and I'm assuming it's a glass building. And just the light, the refraction of the light, it was like teal and pink. And I just thought that was, that's my positive takeaway from Fort Worth. Unfortunately, that's all I saw of it. Denise is here. Well, yeah, I can order seed catalogs, but I'm going to be getting my seeds I do need to do some research. This is big time, because I was looking up, I want to grow milkweed that's native. Daryl, do you have milkweed that's growing that's native? Can't remember. I thought there's probably just 1 or 2 or something, and I look online and there's like 10 varieties, and then on the same website, you go down and it's flowers for, it's the nectar. It's the flowers that produce the nectar for the butterflies. And there's like 20 or 30 different kinds of plants. And I'm just hoping that there's some nursery somewhere where I can get some of these and not have to start by seed. David C. is here. Hello, David. Remind everybody where you are. That's funny. I do have a shovel, and my understanding about the snow is that it just comes and goes very quickly. I don't know if I'll have a shovel full, unfortunately. Well, how far is that, Rebecca? Well, we can talk about it when you come down. Brian is here from New Jersey. Yeah, I need some alums. So I haven't ordered any because I really, wasn't sure I was going to wind up there. And so I didn't order anything. And I don't have any alums. So where can I get those, Daryl? I don't want to go to the grocery store and just take a garlic. I want to get good stuff. Let's see. Who else is here? Beatrice is here from let's see. Who else? Tony says it's not too late to do alums. I'll do that because I can, let's see. Let me think. I don't even have to worry about a fence for that, right? Deer are not going to eat alum, I don't think. Will they, Daryl? Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a lag between me getting in the house and my furniture getting there. So that's going to be interesting. My brother is sending me with a cot, the kind of cot you use for camping, tent camping. And I am going to be sleeping on that until I either buy a bed and get it delivered or I get my stuff from California. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to be kind of camping out. Okay, that's good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Everybody seems to know what the deer do. I love that. Somebody's saying something about a photo. I actually can't do that, Tony, unfortunately, because as you know, we channel people, are public people, and I can't do address. I can't give out my address. So I hope everybody understands that. I'll probably be getting hopefully tomorrow, if there's time with everything else, getting a post office box in Cookville or someplace. So that'll be the plan for that. But what I could do, well, you'll see it just from my videos, but also I could borrow or buy a drone camera and do a drone. Although I hate it when other people do it because it's noisy. But I think with 9 acres, I probably wouldn't bother anybody too bad. So did I mention it's 9 acres? I can't remember if I did that. It's about, I would say, 50% forested. So I only have to be concerned with keeping up by either mowing, weed whacking, raking, grinding leaves, all of that, about 50% of it. So that will be interesting. Okay. Alliums. Thank you, Haffy. I need help with pronunciation every now and then. Well, Kevin, if it was like yours, Kevin has a beautiful place that he is migrating to, working towards getting to in North Georgia, I believe. And he showed me pictures and it was just stunning. But I'm glad that I have some forest. And I talked to my friend Guy, who spent his whole life in forestry he was in Putnam County. I'm not sure what his region was, but he looked at it and there's not a lot of valuable timber on my property because it's west facing. And I didn't know this. This might be interesting to know. As west facing properties do not produce high value timber. So can't count on any money back from that. And there's a fly that's flying around here. But I'll have plenty of firewood. In fact, there's a big tree that's down that could be cut up now. I just have to find a good person. But I probably will just start out by ordering firewood because I already have probably half a cord, I think. Maybe. I don't know how much a cord is, but I probably have a pickup truck, a crew cab pickup truck full now. And then you can get seasoned firewood. It says it's seasoned on Facebook Marketplace for $125. And now it may be because I was in California, but I remember spending $125 because I had the receipt for a real long time for a cord of firewood 20 years ago in California. Oh gosh. Thank you, Tony. Um, hmm. Well, that's interesting, Eric. I'm going to have to see exactly how much firewood it is. Maybe it's not a cord. Maybe, huh. I'll do that, Rebecca. Absolutely. Yes, what I would like is Daryl. I would like to enlist Daryl, take him up on his offer. He made this offer on a previous property, which is kind of, I think it's kind of different, that property. But Daryl, I would love for you to make a walking trail through my forest. And I would love to have a stopping place where I can have chairs. I don't know if I could have a fire pit up there because it'd be too close to the trees. Probably not, but I would love to have a place of serenity just to go, and you could sit and just listen, hopefully just to the trees rustling. And there's still some leaves on the trees. So when I was there last week, there was some rustling going on. And I took that as a very positive sign that I should be there. Oh, well, then that price would be about right, Daryl. If it's 125, I could look it up, but it is what it is. Okay, so Kevin is talking about being on his place. Here comes my brother with my rocking chairs. He's so good to me. They're going to rent a trailer, a U-Haul, and drive all my stuff down. We just have to figure out when. Because he goes to see my mother anyway, and so he would drop it off on the way to Nashville to see my mother, and then pick up the trailer on the way back, if that's the way he decides to do it. All okay?
Yeah.
Good. So let's see what else. Yes, you did, Kevin. The thing is, what I thought long and hard about this over the course of, when did I start looking? 9 months ago, at least. And of course, I was in Hannibal, and I was very tempted to to listen to Doug. And he looked at me at the Homesteading Life Conference, and he looked at me and he said, if you're ready to do this, we can do this. You know, he gave me the confidence that I could homestead by myself, but I came to the realization that unless I lived right beside them, I probably wouldn't want to do it. And so what my goal is going to be is I have an intact house that is totally on the grid, And I want to make it so that if the grid goes down, I can survive there. I'm going to buy a sun oven. That's one thing I'm definitely going to do. And I'm considering maybe getting a propane tank. I got to learn more about that. I do have a fireplace, and it has an insert, which means it has, it puts out more heat than if you just have an open hearth. And of course, I'm already collecting rainwater, which you will see in a video. I have a, what's it called, Daryl? My little house is called is it just a cistern house? Is that what it is? I have a little house where the rainwater comes down and it goes into this it's a little building that's just a pool of water in there, and then that water is pumped to the hose, and which is on the opposite side of the house from the garden beds. And so I have rainwater for my raised beds, which is going to be, I already have that, so that's going to be awesome. No, it's not a well, Rebecca. It's they actually took the downspouts off the house, which is higher. It's down a little lower, and it goes underground, and it feeds right into this, like a cistern with a little house over it. And then that water is pumped to the garden beds. Okay. So I already have that, which is awesome. Let's see, Sam Joan. That's fantastic. Sam Joan, where are you located, Sam? He says he has a bud. Okay, this is ridiculous. Kaye, why are you squinting? Okay, here we go. Yes. Are you talking about? Yes. Let's see. Oh, thank your mother for me, Daryl. Thank you. Okay, we're talking about firewood, and then Rebecca started talking about shiitake. I would love to grow shiitake mushrooms. I would also love those wonderful mushrooms that Eric grows in San Juan Island that you somehow use the spawn to put all over your raised beds. But I don't know how you get that started. I don't know anything about it. No, I'm not even in the same state, Tony, as Doug and Stacy. They're in Missouri, and I'm in Tennessee. So I would be, let's see, 7 hours drive from them. So no, I'm not. And I honestly didn't feel, they are so busy. I mean, so busy, nonstop, that I wouldn't want to like move close to them and expect him to help me all the time. Even if I paid him, he doesn't have that kind of time. I don't think he's doing his own plans, and if you watch his channel, their channel, sorry, you see they're just the sky's the limit as to what they think up to create and do. And somehow they do it off grid. They have a lot of equipment, but somehow they do it off grid. And that's what I'd like to be able to do, is I'd like to use less electricity and gas, and we have to figure out how I can do that. I've even thought about putting a little stove in my bedroom, but that's probably not going to happen. But what I could do is put a stove in my garage. I'm seriously considering making part of my 2-car garage a workshop. And somebody was asking me yesterday, well, what are you going to do in that workshop? And I go, I don't know until I have one. How can you know what you're going to do in a workshop until you have one? I need a work table. I need to learn how to do a lot of things. I need tools. So we'll see. There's a lot to do, and I'm pretty excited about it. In fact, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know what it all involves, but I feel like the sky's the limit. and I found this really cool food truck on Facebook Marketplace, and it was very inexpensive. And I wrote for more information, and I thought, what could I sell out of a food truck? Daryl, you can bring your eggs over. We can sell some eggs, and of course, produce in the summer. And then I thought I can do seedlings. I don't know what you could get for them down there. Maybe only $1. I don't know if it'd be even worth doing for $1, but anyway, it is so cute. It's yellow. Daryl, you're going to die. It's so cute. It's yellow. And then around the bottom, it has like grass painted all around the bottom. And I just thought, oh my gosh, we'll just put late bloomer garden. And then what do we say? We're just selling something. Produce and thank you, Tony. Yeah, I see. Until you have a workshop, how do you know? And I really want a greenhouse, but I've been racking my brain. I also need a storm cellar with a root cellar. And Daryl and I have talked about that. There's different ways you can do it. But the thing is, if it's not in your house, that means how many seconds do you have when you know there's a tornado coming? 10 seconds, maybe? It's not a lot of time to get out the door with your animal and run across the yard and go in something else. I remember my grandmother, they had a lot of big storms in northern Alabama, and they had a storm and root cellar. It was concrete roof. And that was just kind of flat, and then it was mounded up all around the sides. So it was probably as much above ground as it was below ground, and then earth was just mounded up to the top of it. And they would go in there and sit during the storms, and then she had all of her stuff in there. Oh my God, she had so much stuff. She had sauerkraut and grape juice and every other ordinary thing as well, and dried this and dried peaches and apricots, and oh my God, she grew everything. Yeah, what could I sell them for, Nancy? That's the question. Garden Greg in Santa Barbara. Is this Greg, by the way? I'm assuming it's Garden Greg in Santa Barbara. I don't have it yet, but I will have it on Tuesday. And I'm not there yet. I am 4 hours drive tomorrow morning. Wow. Rebecca's giving me an education on the sound of tornadoes. I actually don't want to hear that. Tony, who were you talking about? Why are my daffodils coming up in November? Oh, right. Well, did you say where you were, Sam? I missed that if you did. What I missed the first part of your comment, Eric, aka wine cap or garden giant, or what? Let's see. Tony is saying get some logs and impregnate them with mushroom spore. I mean, that's something I could sell too, right? But I have to have the right kind of log. And I don't know. I don't think I have oak. I don't know what I have. I know I have some cedar, but that doesn't. And I know I have maple, but I don't know what the tall trees are. Actually, I have tall maple trees in the front. Yes, Stropharia rugosa. Relatable stranger. Hello from Louisiana. I know. I know there's snow forecast all over here. Let's see. Nancy says, yeah, I never really seriously considered doing it alone. Nancy and everyone. She's talking about homesteading. And so I finally decided, after looking at so many different kinds of properties, from land and thinking about building. I mean, if I could build, then I could design the house exactly the way I wanted it. I wanted a kitchen with a lot of light. This kitchen does not have a lot of light, but I think I can do some sun tubes to create more light. I heard great things about them from Vanita, who used them in 2 or 3 different houses, and she had a very dark hallway, and she did a sun tube, and it was like daylight in there. It was really nice. So, for filming, you've got to have light. And if you're trying to do a channel and you got a dark kitchen, you're not going to be doing cooking videos unless you get light stands. But the problem with setting up lights, this is just a pro tip for filming, is the problem with setting up lights is you've always got that tripod. You're always trying to move it so you don't see that tripod over there, trying to create the magic. You watch a movie, and have you ever watched a movie and there's one shot in there where you see a little microphone come down and you go, ooh, they messed up. And the only reason they left that shot in that movie is because it was the best take with the actors. Otherwise, they would have reshot it and got that thing out of there. They reframed it. But these things happen. Now, Tony from Simplify Garden has his own studio now, and I haven't had a chance to see any of your videos yet, Tony, because I've been so slammed with you in your studio. But he has a whole green screen and lighting set up in a studio now. So that's really impressive. Really impressive. Let's see. Anybody else? It's 2:36. We're going to be getting off very quickly. Yes, Happy is just mentioning you can order my t-shirts. I'm not wearing one today. I went to church and I just didn't feel like, I wear them everywhere else. But I would love if you would order a t-shirt. I also have mugs. My Late Bloomer Gardener mug. I have instructed Gabrielle to make me 6 more. So if anybody is still on the fence and really wanting one of those cranberry colored Late Bloomer Gardener mugs, you need to make and within the United States, because of shipping costs, you want to make a $40 donation to my PayPal. That only puts about $4 into the Late Bloomer bucket because the mugs have to be made. And I know everybody that watches this all the time has heard me say this many times. Deep South Bama with Mr. Tom is here with us today. Everybody give him a big welcome. I haven't heard from you in a while, Mr. Tom. I hope you're doing okay. Let's see. Oh, that would be great. But what do I do, Eric? Just get some of the Stropharia spores. Easy outdoor wood chip pile mushroom. Okay. So, yeah, since I can't really plant that much, I may just try to get a load of wood chips and just dump it on top of the existing beds. Meanwhile, take my time to build up the sides. They're too low. I don't want to be completely bent over. Let's see. Henry Cooperman is in love with me. Oh my gosh, how sweet. Oh, please, Henry, I am challenging you. If if you have a YouTube, if you're able with a YouTube name to leave a comment, please leave me a comment. And I'd love to give you a shout out. I'm giving you a shout out right now anyway. But thank you, Tony. And Henry, thank you so much for watching my channel. I really am grateful. Trudy is here from North Jersey. Wow. Good question. Rebecca wants to know when you will get to see the property. I have a feeling it won't be tomorrow because I have so much to do. And I don't have my Wi-Fi set up there yet. But maybe Tuesday. Maybe I'll do a video setting up my camping cot in my bedroom. And building a fire. How would you like that? Building my first fire. Do you just, Eric, you just pile up the wood chips and then you just sprinkle it over the top? Is that all you do? That sounds almost too easy. Sounds like my kind of guy. Oh. Old McDarby's farm. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, Kevin, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. A lot has to come together for that to happen by Tuesday. Plus, I need to go see my mother. So we'll see. I thought I would do a tour of the house completely empty. Would anybody like to see that? Maybe I could just combine that with an overview of the property because it's just a really big yard in front and then a smaller yard in the back and then forest. And I'm not walking up in the forest alone. Not yet, anyway. Not till Daryl carves me out a walking trail. Okay. I can handle that. Well, there's some on the back porch, Daryl. It doesn't have to be covered if it's under the eave of the back porch. If you want to call that a porch. It's not really a porch. It's just an overhang. Baby acer trees. I don't know what those are, but I've heard of them. Thank you, Connie. Yes, I want you to be involved. Kevin is saying he wants to see they want to see the whole process, even from its conception. And I don't know if we could film. I'm going to send I'm going to send something to Rebecca and let her start brainstorming because it's a sloping. The front yard is. It's like this. Wait. Is it wider at the front or the back? Oh, it's been so long since I looked at the map online. But anyway, it's got a big front yard. Daryl, don't you think the front yard's got to be 2 acres? Just the front yard? And the question is where, I can't fill the whole thing up. Where does what go? How do you lay it out? What's going to be the orchard? What's going to be the elderberries? What's going to be this? What's going to be that? I want to have a native garden. I want native plants. I want my butterfly garden. I want my insectiary. Say that 5 times. Insectiary. Let's see. Yeah, what's up with that? 74 watching and only 39 of these. Tony is saying, everybody, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. If you're on mobile, you can get off the live stream for a moment, hit the like button and get back on. It looks like some people just did that. 42 of us are on. Somebody Somebody just unlike. No, that wasn't. Sorry. Somebody just got off to like it and then get back on. Thank you. So you can do that. Okay, it's starting to come up. I need it to come up quite a bit. Everybody's just been so engrossed, they've forgotten to hit that like button. Maybe more. Okay. Relatable stranger. Are you making a joke? It's a lot more space than I need or need to take care of. But that's what I need. Permaculture zones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, things you need daily, weekly, once a year, like elderberry, right? You just plant them and then you don't really do anything, and then you harvest them when the berries are done, right? Denise is a horse person, and she wants me to have a couple of horses. Where do you think the horses should go, though, Denise? Okay, we didn't do very well on the like button, everybody. Let's see. MT, what are you talking about? Let's see. A sprouse. I don't know what a sprouse is either. Hello, Emmanuel. Let's see. Thank you, Tony. Exactly, Mr. Tom. That's why I thought, we'll do a walking tour. I'll try to do a walking tour. I'll try to do it live, because the more I can do live, everybody, just honestly, until I get set up. I don't have my computer. I don't have my backup drives. I do have my laptop. I can edit on my laptop. I've done it before. But the more I can do live, the easier it is. I just commit to the time of the live and then do a little back end to the description and so forth. And then I can go on to the next thing. And so I may not be editing I won't have any kind of office. I don't have an office chair. I don't have a chair. I literally put my office chair in the garbage bin before I left my apartment. Well, actually, my son did it. And I don't have a chair. I don't have one single solitary comfortable chair to sit in. I scaled down to go into the apartment. Now I got to scale up again. I kind of hate that. Backwoods Mama Wife is here from Tennessee. I mean, we're going to be meeting up at some point. She's a little farther east than I am. But maybe Trudy. I don't think Trudy's on. Trudy from Pikeville. Trudy's on from New Jersey, but not the one in Tennessee. And one of my blogs on my website, by the way, if you are subscribed to my website, I haven't published a blog in a long time. Too much going on. And one of my blogs has gotten onto some kind of a spam thing. And I've just gotten all of this comments. Right. Well, the whole front yard is west facing, Mr. Tom. So not a lot of sun on the back of the house, back side of the house in the afternoon, especially in the winter. A little bit pretty good on the side. Sort of like it was in my scaled down Palisades house. Is the best sun I had was on my driveway. And it's kind of the same way here, I would say, part of my driveway anyway, because there's a area at the top that's all asphalt, and that's really probably the best sun for most of the day. Rebecca, that's funny because I was doing that on Facebook last night, but because you can change your location on just on Marketplace. But I went into Nextdoor because I'm still getting all of the crime and lost pet and break-ins and crime and break-ins are the same thing, but on my old neighborhood. And I went into it last night and it said, no, you got to put your password in. Put my password in. They say it's not the right one. And I use my Face ID. They go, it's not the right one. I'm going, it's my face. And it approved. So if it's my Face ID, it should open, but it didn't. So I didn't have my other one handy, but I'll do that. I'll do that for sure. I've got a lot to do. Almost 100? I only see 73. Am I right? Yeah. Going to have some nice sunset. Thank you for staying on top of everybody, Tony. I really appreciate that. Okay, everybody, we have been going for 50 minutes, and I promised I was going to keep these down to 30 minutes. So thank you so much for joining and following me, and I'm going to try to check in tomorrow if possible. If not, just be sure and check my community page every day. And I did post quite a few Instagrams here. My brother smoked a turkey in a 32-year-old, very inexpensive smoker yesterday, and it was the best turkey I've ever eaten. I mean, it was so juicy, and I'm going, I am never putting another one in an oven again. It's going to be smoked. I'm getting a smoker. But the only thing is, you got to sit there and, I mean, I know they have electric ones, but I don't want to buy electric one because I don't want to be, I don't want to have it be creating a lot more electrical power use, which is one reason I am getting the house comes with a 16-year-old heat pump, which, 15 plus or minus is the total life expectancy of one of those things. And so I've got to buy a new one, and they have an electric one, but they have gas. So I am definitely switching that out to gas. But, once a year, I was going to say, I'm going to smoke everything from now on. I'm going to smoke pork loin. I'm going to smoke beef, side of, crown. I'm going to just do it. But you got to have a fire underneath. You got to have that mesquite. You got to keep it going for hours and hours. So it is labor intensive, but it was so delicious. Thank you so much, Mr. Tom. A pit barrel smoker. Okay. Is that with, do you use coals for that, Kevin? Yes. God willing. Kayla. Okay, everybody. I hope you'll hit that thumbs up on the way out. Thank you so much for joining, and stay tuned to my channel. Hopefully pretty soon I am going to be starting my journey Tuesday. Not starting my journey. I'm going to be completing my journey and starting my new life starting probably Tuesday. So I'll be sure and let you in on that. So make sure you stay in touch with my community page on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook and Instagram, you can find me there as well at Late Bloomer Show. So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next transmission. Thank you, Kayla. Oh, wow, that's fantastic, Sam. Bye-bye, everybody. If I can find there we go.